Well, good morning. You're watching Total Carp Fishing TV, and today I'm going to be running through the PB hit and run system. There's a number of them in the range, of which I've got a selection in this EVA bag right here. So let's run through exactly what the hit and run system is, how it works, and the various types of hit and run systems that PB have on offer. Let's get into it. So if I just open up this EVA box, and I'll start off with the lead clip version of the hit and run system, which will give a good example of exactly how this works. So here you go, here's the hit and run lead clip system from PB. Now the hit and run system works on the same principles, whether it's the lead clip version, there's also an inline version and also a chod version too. And the simple idea is that it runs on the principle of a pulley system. Now, a pulley system basically operates by doubling over some sort of line, some sort of rope, or whatever it is to be able to pull a greater distance or to be able to pull a heavier weight. Now, this has been used throughout the centuries in various guises, and it's also utilised in these hit and run systems. So basically what you end up with is, if you pull on the actual swivel end, that'll pop out of the lead clip, and as you'll see, that leader material there, which is a soft and supple leadless leader called silk ray, that's doubled up there, and as you pull that, it pulls the line through the lead clip. Now the interesting part is that because it's doubled up, what effectively that means is that for every inch of movement on this side of the lead clip, it pulls double the amount of line from this side of the lead clip. That effectively massively increases your indication, and it also gives the carp a real headache when they're trying to deal with your rigs. So if I pull the swivel back into place, and I'll explain to you exactly how the lead clip version works and then run through the other systems too. So the PB hit and run lead clip is a specially designed lead clip. As you can see, there's a little groove along the top, which then has a little hole, and basically what happens is the splice loop on the leader sits around the stem on which the tail rubber sits. That then passes through the groove and then down through the hole before running through the eye of your swivel. So your swivel isn't actually tied directly to your line, that's free running on your leader. Your leader material then goes back through the central hole, going all the way through the lead clip, through the tail rubber and out to your line. So basically once that's all tightened back down, the barrel of your swivel's back inside the lead clip. The tension that you're applying on this end holds the lead clip in place so that the lead can discharge. So I'll show that by just slipping on a little bit of hook link material here. So now if you imagine I'm the carp, I'm just going to hold onto this with my mouth to keep that tension there. That allows the lead to come off, and it works like a normal lead clip system. So now the other great thing about the hit and run system is that it's also super safe. Now in the event that you manage to crack off or you get cut off, your hook link is attached to this swivel here, and when that pulls out of the lead clip, you'll actually see that that keeps running off the leader there, and because your actual swivel is on the leader material, it's not actually tied to it, that'll discharge completely so that the carp's left with just your hook link and the swivel. The entire hit and run lead system gets discharged, it's not dragging this around, and then a carp should be able to easily get rid of that hook link. So there you go, that's the principles of the hit and run system. I've shown you how the lead clip version works, now let's run on to the inline and the chod version. So next up, let's take a look at the hit and run inline lead, again working on those same principles. So here they've got a special inline lead, this one's 4 3/4 ounce. It obviously works better with a heavier lead, though you can use it with smaller leads too. Using a heavier lead gives the hit and run system a real good pivot point to act as that pulley. So again, similar sort of thing, except this time they've got an internal stem. So if I just pop that out, take the lead off there via the little groove, and you'll see here that the internal stem, unlike a typical inline lead stem, has got the same sort of groove and hole system that the lead clip has. And again, that soft, supple silk ray leader attaches around the stem, then runs through a little groove down into the centre, runs through the eye of a swivel and then back through the centre of the stem. So if I pull that all in tight, take the lead, run the leader material through it, and as I pop the stem back through the lead, you'll actually see that these leads are designed with a special shape to be able to fit these stems. So that pops perfectly into place, and then you can take your tail rubber and just pop it on the end there. Now, as you'll see, if I pull on the swivel, the same thing happens where you get this pulley system where a small amount of movement on the rig end results in double the amount of movement on your line end. So once again, you've got a really, really safe and super effective lead system. Now obviously, these are perfect for fishing in solid PVA bags or lowering onto the marginal shelf when you're fishing for particularly wary fish. Certainly going to give them something that they're not used to seeing, and that could convert more pickups into fish on the bank. So now let's run through the final hit and run system, which is the chod leader. So here you can see the chod leaders. If I take one out of the packet, I'll be able to show you how it works. So here's the hit and run chod leader. Now as you can see, you've got a sort of a chod extension of about maybe 8 inches long, and that basically means that if a fish is shaking its head, it can't use that motion to dislodge the hook. Up here you've then got a heavy ring tied onto the leader, and then the leader passes through the ring on your ring swivel to which you tie your chod rig, and then that passes back through the leader again, running along to your main line. Now where the magic happens is if I pull on the hook link, you'll actually see that that pulley system acts the same way as it did with the lead clip and the inline lead. That double over section as it runs through the ring doubles the amount of indication that you get at the rod end compared to the amount of line that's pulled at the chod end. Then once again is in the event of a break off or a cut off, as that pulls along, that'll pull the leader straight through that heavy ring and the whole lot comes off, leaving the carp with just the hook link to get rid of. So once again, it's super safe and a super effective way of tying a chod rig, and that's the hit and run chod leader. So there you go, that's the 3 different types of PB hit and run system. You've got the hit and run lead clip, you've got the hit and run inline lead, and you've also got the hit and run chod system. Now it's an important point to consider that to use the hit and run system, you need to use a soft and supple leadless leader. Now these are all created with silk ray, which is exactly that. It's super heavy, super soft and super supple, and that ensures that that leader can flow through the hit and run system unhindered, ensuring that your rig remains safe and super effective. Now the hit and run systems are available in a variety of different colours as well. You've got silt, weed and gravel, and each of those systems for people who like to try and match the terminal tackle to the lake bed they're fishing over. So there you go, that's the hit and run lead systems. For more information, head to the PB website, www.pbproductsuk.co.uk.